Welcome back to the Moses Seat podcast. Over the last two episodes, we've been discussing the stones of remembrance. In episode 4, we talked about the stone at Eben Ezer. In episode 5, we talked about the stone at Beth El. In this episode, we'll be wrapping up the mini-series by talking about the stones at Gilgal. Wikipedia says, quote, according to Joshua 4:19, Gilgal is a location on the eastern border of Jericho, where the Israelites encamped immediately after crossing the Jordan River. There, they erected 12 stones as a memorial to the miraculous stopping of the river when they crossed. End quote. As many of us know, the beginning of the book of Joshua is about Joshua taking Moses' place and leading the Israelites out of the wilderness and into the land that God had promised them. In this particular instance, Israel had just crossed the Jordan River, similarly to how they had crossed the Red Sea. God parted the waters, the land underneath the water was dry, the Israelites crossed. As soon as they cross, the water goes back to normal. In Joshua 4:1-7, we read, when the whole nation had finished crossing the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua, choose 12 men from among the people, one from each tribe. Tell them to take up 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, from right where the priests are standing, and carry them over with you and put them down at the place where you stay tonight. So Joshua called together the 12 men he had appointed from the Israelites, one from each tribe, and said to them, go over before the ark of the Lord your God into the middle of the Jordan. Each of you is to take up a stone on his shoulder, according to the number of the tribes of the Israelites, to serve as a sign among you. In the future, when your children ask you, what do these stones mean? Tell them that the flow of the Jordan was cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord when it crossed the Jordan. The waters of the Jordan were cut off. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever. These stones of remembrance set up in Gilgal are specific stones of remembrance as a memorial to remind Israel and teach future generations of Israel about God's goodness and faithfulness, how He was always there with them, helping them through every step that they had taken. This concludes the Stones of Remembrance mini-series. Over the next 4 episodes, we'll be dissecting Psalms 23. This next mini-series will wrap up this season of the Moses Seed podcast. Thanks for tuning in.